Hello everyone and welcome to another video on the channel. In today's video we're going to be taking a look at my coverage of the 2025 Sandown Train and Hobby exhibition. So in this video we're going to see some of the layouts that were on display, and of course I'll come back at the end of the video showing all the things I decided to purchase and also my final thoughts on what I thought about this exhibition. Anyways, if you haven't already, please subscribe, click on the notifications bell and press all, as there will be plenty more exhibition coverage videos coming out this year and into the future. So anyways, let's take a look at all the layouts that I filmed at this exhibition.
Okay, thank you. You too. See if we can get it just to run around. Can you run that around one more time? Thank you.
Oh, okay.
I love the American trains a lot. This is kind of like a mini version of, this is kind of like an American version of a sprinter right here. I used to film on those camcorders.
derailments. Yeah, it's not too low, but it's stiff. It's not returning, you know. Like
I love next year. Yeah, 10 years. But I love It's about $20 for you.
Okay, so I'm back from the exhibition, and of course I did buy some things. Now this time round I didn't buy any locomotives or rolling stock. It's all just like layout accessories and like detail things, but yeah, I'll show you them anyways. So firstly, from Train World, I got a Atlas 3-rail fence and gate. I also purchased some more people. So these are some wooden sinks. So we got passengers, and we got people waving goodbye or saying goodbye to each other, and we got bicycle riders. Oops. So got all that, and then we have 3 packets of KD number 148 couplings. These are just good to have, as I like to do rolling stock projects, so I like these couplings, so I got them. And then finally, from Train World, we have a DC controller. Now you're probably thinking, why on earth have you bought a DC controller? Your layout, both of your layouts are DCC. The reason why I have bought this controller is if you watch my my 009 loco review that I did on the Bachmann Bagley diesel shunter, and how I was having issues with that loco, it didn't work on DC, so I figured if I buy a loco and it's having trouble, I can test it on DC first and see if it works on DC before trying it on DCC. So that's why I got this. So put that there. So that's all the stuff from Train World. And then lastly, I picked up some new cars for the layout. So we got 2 4 6 8 10. These came from a seller that was selling these for ridiculously cheap. They're all brand new, and yeah, they were ridiculously cheap. So yeah, he gave me a good deal for these cars. It was 10 cars for $90. So yeah, really good deal there. And yeah, I've got a whole heap of different ones here. They're all sort of older style of vehicles, so they don't quite suit the time period. In fact, these are all like British vehicles. Obviously I'm model Australian, but I'm not too fussed when it comes to vehicles. It's mainly like the locomotives and the rolling stock that I want to sort of try to keep to a specific sort of era and region sort of thing. But when it comes to the vehicles, I'm not too fussed with what I put on the layout. But yeah, got some new cars which I'm very happy about. And that's pretty much all the things I decided to buy at this year's exhibition. So yeah, something different, but I think sometimes different is good. Anyways, let's head to my final thoughts on this exhibition. Okay, so my final thoughts on this exhibition. Now, if I was to compare this exhibition to the previous 2 years' exhibitions, so 2024 and 2023 Sandown exhibitions, I'll go as far as to say that this year's one I felt was the best one since the exhibition came back on after COVID, there was a lot of good layouts there, and some that actually made their first appearance at this exhibition. So I would personally say that this year's one was the best out of the compared to the last year and the year before's, and I really did quite enjoy it. Obviously you had the usual trade stands there as well, which was good. It would have been nice to have seen some more, but it is what it is. And I have to say, one thing I was really happy about was that there was second-hand stalls on both the Saturday, which is the day I went, and obviously there's the second-hand stalls on the Sunday. So they had both second-hand second-hand stalls on both days. From what I understand, the previous year's exhibitions only had the second-hand stalls on the Sunday, so it's good to see that they're on both days this time round, and hopefully they keep doing that. So yeah, in conclusion, I really enjoyed this year's Sandown exhibition, and I'll no doubt be back for next year's one. Okay, so I'm going to end the video here. I would like to thank you all so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Of course, leave your comments down below. If you went, what did you think? As I said, I thought it was fantastic, and I'll be back for next year's one. Anyways, if you haven't already, please subscribe, click on the notifications bell and press all. That way you stay notified for future exhibition videos such as this, and just any other videos in general that I release. Anyways, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video. Take care, stay safe, and of course, have a nice day. Bye everyone.